Maggie Zhou from Alibaba Group, Australia and New Zealand can't be with us in person, but luckily joins us by video conference from Melbourne, where she's making a major announcement this afternoon for Alibaba. Maggie has witnessed major changes in the company and rapid growth in China's e-commerce sector. She was one of the founders of the Taobao marketplace in 2003. It's a consumer-to-consumer platform which has become the world's biggest e-commerce website. Alibaba's Singles Day has become a shopping phenomenon, and events like the coronavirus have provided both a challenge for the business and an opportunity. Alibaba, I read, has been a major donor to fighting coronavirus, pledging over 200 million Australian dollars to various relief measures. It is very timely to have Maggie Zhou with us, even if she is by video conference. And as this event continues to unfold, Maggie Zhou, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Serena. Morning, everyone. So first of all, I would like to apologize for not being in attendance in person in today's event in Canberra. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, sorry for I could not be there, but I would like to share very exciting news from today. And this morning, the Gemma Foundation just announced a $3.2 million contribution to the Doherty Institute for Infection and Immunity here in Melbourne towards accelerating the development of a vaccine to combat coronavirus. So unfortunately, I have an unexpected engagement at the Institute this afternoon. I'm required to attend. So I apologize again, but I'm delighted to be here in my Melbourne office via video conference with today's exceptional lineup. And I do hope you have all had an enjoyable morning so far. So I guess you could say my speaking about Chinese consumers at today's conference is quite topical, isn't it? I guess the answer is yes, right? So first I'm going to cover some recent events and some of the trends and the consumer behavior changes we are seeing in China. And then I will talk about Alibaba and how we are working with Australian brands and producers as the gateway to the China market. So Jack always mentioned crisis is opportunity. That doesn't mean crisis itself is an opportunity. Actually, it is how we can convert the crisis into the opportunity. So after the coronavirus outbreak, Alibaba has unveiled a range of measures, as was Serena mentioned. Yeah, we help the small, medium-sized company in China. So we will reduce or waive fees across our platforms such as Tmall, Taobao, Cainiao, and etc. And Alibaba is also offering a range of relief measures for those merchants outside China, including those from Australia, selling via Alibaba's Tmall global platform. But on the other hand, actually, we also find out that the coronavirus outbreak is shifting consumer behavior in China, with many consumers venturing outdoors less over the past few weeks. So more and more consumers are getting comfortable with taking care of their daily living needs and also like the working requirements through digital means. So we have seen significantly increase in purchases of grocery online. So in China, Sunmart is the largest hypermarket in the market. Offline, almost 80% of their 486 hypermarkets operated by the Sunmart already shut down, but their revenue just remains steady. And just in this Spring Festival, the Chinese Lunar Year, their online sales almost quadrupled just at the same period last year. So it is really, you see, that is a different trend. In the offline is impacted, but online actually is much active than ever before. And the live streaming become as a very popular way for many of the merchants and the brands and the celebrities. So like the brands like the BMW also leveraging those live streaming to introduce car models and interiors and the experience for test drives. And also, in this there's the spring festival, there is a Valentine Day, right? So we ever just the first ever run the Taobao live for the celebrities and the musicians. They do the philanthropic erotic concert through online and through they just performing from their home and attracting more than 4 million viewers and help those farmers to just sell out the about 380,000 kilogram agricultural produce through this platform, and just about $500,000 RMB, more than $500,000 RMB. Those money go to support Wuhan. And a very interesting phenomenon in like some of the head of the village, they also using live streaming and they introduce the fresh food, like the vegetable and the fruit from their farm to consumers. So we found that this online market is much active. So anyway, I think the coronavirus will end. I hope that it will pass quickly, right? But when those opportunities come back, we and the Australian producers are getting ready for those opportunities. So in China, we still, you may know that China's middle class is the largest emerging market globally. So over 1 billion users, they're using the mobile and every day. And there's 30% year-on-year increase last year. And the forecast for the imports of the goods and the services will exceed 40 trillion US dollar by 2033. So it's really still a big market, right? And also those continued user growth has not only come from city dwellers. 70% of the new consumers, they are from the less developed area. In China, there are more than 600 million people that are living in rural area. So we observed that from 2012, many of the farmers, they started their business online. So we started to help them. So Alibaba, actually, the rural development was our strategy. So we trying to use those digital technology to help those farmers, villagers to develop their business. So from that, and we just help them to build up the Taobao villages and the Taobao towns, so to promoting the rural economy in China. So what is the Taobao village? There is a definition on the bottom left. So the administrative village as the unit, and the annual e-commerce turnover exceeded 10 million, and more than 100 active online stores in the village. That is called a Taobao village. And what is Taobao town? More than 3 Taobao village in the town that can be called the Taobao town. So in 2019, last year, Taobao village have already covered 25 provinces and 121 cities and 398 districts with the population of more than 250 million. And what's the growth? Those village and towns, and their online sales already have more than 700 billion RMB annually. And there are 2.44 million active online store and generated more than 6.83 million job opportunities. So maybe this just a showcase case study to understand how we can support the rural development, rural economy in China. Maybe for Australians that's thinking about how to leverage those offline opportunity going to online opportunity. Yeah, so when you just thinking about those villages and towns, so many farmers has already started the business online, and they themselves also become very familiar and comfortable to getting used to shopping online as well, to buying something they cannot buy in the village. So their habit has already also cultivated by the e-commerce. And China's online consumers are a big opportunity also for Australian brands, manufacturers, and food producers, thanks to the very strong country image of Australian with the clean and green products. So just looking at the Australian strong performance, yeah, we Australian now, we're ranking the top 5 countries selling to China. We're ranking the number 4 in last year Double 11 shopping festival. And the health supplement brands, Swiss by Island, they already rank in top 5 cross-border products globally, not only just from Australia. And we also have very competitive on those category globally, like the food, grocery, and house care products, mother and baby, and the beauty and the personal care as well. And under this coronavirus, also we observed many of the hygiene products are also very popular to China market. And the people and the more care about their own health and their immunity. So that's really also a good opportunity for Australian products as well. So this is back to our Alibaba's mission to make easy to do business anywhere. And this mission started from the very beginning of Alibaba, and we have never changed. And in this digital era, we're also thinking how to utilize those digital technology to help the Australian and New Zealand, those businesses, how to help them to make easy to do business anywhere, utilizing the whole opportunity on our ecosystem. And this is our ecosystem. And you can see just in the retail market, we have already 824 million mobile monthly active users. And there are 22,000 international brands selling on our platform to China, and 38% year-on-year revenue growth. This is a whole, our digital economy. So we have the online, the core commerce on the left, including online business and offline business. So Alibaba actually started from 1999. We started from the flagship business is Alibaba.com. This is a wholesale platform. In 2003, we started our C2C platform, Taobao, like eBay here. And in 2008, we started Tmall. It's a B2C platform to help the brands to sell the product to the consumer directly, right? And the Tmall Global is a cross-border e-commerce to help the Australian brands. They only have the presence in China, in Australian, an entity in Australian, but don't have the presence in China, but allow you to sell your products from Australian directly to China and deliver from Australia to China. But of course, also including those products already pre-stored in the Bonnie warehouse in China. So this is online businesses, but also Alibaba, we acquired or also invested some of the business offline. So like Hema is the big mouse hippo. This Fresh Apple is also is our new retail. I will just mention this business later. And the Sunmart, what I mentioned just now, they actually very steady about their revenue under this coronavirus, right? So Suning is electronic, is a supermarket, and Yingtan is for fashion, and Juran Zhijia is for furniture and category. So we today actually in China, online and offline combined together. They are integrated. And we also in this ecosystem have the digital media entertainment. Youku is similar like YouTube here. And we were using those platform and integrate with the whole Alibaba, the ecosystem, helping them to using the live streaming or some short video to just introduce those products through those platform and can generate the transaction directly. And also we have the local services like the Ele.me is like Uber Eats here. And Feizhu is a Fliggy is a travel platform on our on Alibaba ecosystem. And even on this under this coronavirus, the home delivery is very active. So we're using those business on our platform to help support the citizens, the consumers, even they are staying at home, how can utilize those home delivery and Hema Fresh for their daily living needs to help them even for their everyday 3 meals. Yeah. So on the above is the commerce and digital entertainment and the local services. But all these are supported by our just bottom these platforms. Cainiao is our logistic platform using the data, smart data to help the merchants to run their businesses efficiently. And Alibaba is our just online and advertising platform to help them to touch the more broader market using those small marketers to help them to promote. And Alipay is a payment method to help them. Today in China is really a cashless society. And this is payment method also now in Australia, we have many local businesses to enable them to use Alipay to access to Chinese residents, tourists, and the students. But even today, those students come back to Australian under the travel ban. But we found actually more than 50% of our Alipay users, they are the local Chinese residents. So still a great opportunity for them to using this platform to help them their business. And cloud computing is just helping to raise the capability for those businesses to also for Australian business go China, but also in the local, how to use the technology to support. Okay, so talking about so many businesses, maybe you're confused. What's the opportunity for Australian business go to China market? So many business, which one I need to grab? I should say, just depend on the stage of your brand awareness in China. So if your brand awareness is very low, just very new for you for the Chinese market, you may just start it from the incubation about your brand awareness. For Taobao Global, many of the individual merchants and KOLs, online celebrities, also helping the Australian brands to promote their brand awareness into China market. And also our local flagship event like Alibaba e-commerce expo. We will run in Sydney, Melbourne, in Auckland every 18 months to help those Australian brands to step into China market, not only in the physical this local market. But when your brand just awareness accumulated gradually, and maybe in the medium stage, and the Taobao umbrella store can also help you. And also our own Tmall direct import platform also can just purchasing directly from you and help to cultivate your brand awareness in China on our platform. And when your brand is already going to mature, Tmall Global can also help you. You can open your store on this platform using the third-party TP to help you to operate the store and deliver the product from here to China directly. And when you have already very famous in China, like the big brand, and then you have your own presence in China, you have your own team in China, you have your own inventory in China, and you may use Tmall to sell your products to Chinese consumer directly. So today in Australia, many of the brands are like, today, the 2,000 Australian brand in our platform, they are getting more and more famous. And I'm very proud, the Chemist Warehouse, now the retailer in Australia, the pharmacy, they become the largest international merchant on our platform. But 5 years ago, actually in China, no one knows them. No one knows the brands. But today, actually, even last year, Double 11, they only used more than 7 hours to achieve 100 million RMB just in 24 hours. This on our platform. So now actually they also to set up the physical store in China, and I think that's really the step by step the strategy when you step into the new market. Okay, so this is our over 2,000 trusted Australian brands on our platform. So you will find those brands are also very familiar, and they are all sold very well, like the wine, Penfolds, and is Yellowtail, yeah, and also more Australian wine now is sell on our platform, and we found actually Australian brand import is already much bigger than French wine in Australia in China market. And you can see Freedom, the food, Woolworths, and also milk powder, and some of those groceries and the beef in our Hema Fresh, not just listed here, but just we purchase directly from Hema Fresh. This is Double 11 Shopping Festival, and we created by ourselves from 2009, and the last year is our 11th year. It is a big marketing event. We run it every year, and it's already the world's largest annual retail event, held at Double 11. And also we will run the gala Double 11 party. And also it is really a great marketing event for all the brands using this day to marketing to the consumer, celebrating the festival, and to just then say thank you to the consumer, give them some big surprise. And last year, we recorded 38.4 billion US dollar in GMV, achieved in 24 hours. So in China, not online, maybe we started the C2C platform Taobao from 2003. So more than 15 years ago, I think people is talking about how to leverage the opportunity from offline to online. And now when China is everyone most of the people is shopping online, we are also talking about how to leverage all the business, the opportunity to online, offline combined together. So this is Hema Fresh. The Fresh poll is really a showcase about the new retail. What is new retail? New retail is online, offline, combined together, integrated together. So when consumer staying at home, they can shop online through the app, through Hema Fresh, to order the products and allow Hema Fresh to deliver the products to your door, to the store, to your door within 30 minutes. And this is only just serve the citizen living in 3 kilometers radius. But also you can go to the physical store at weekend with your family members. And when you find this Australian beef, Australian lobster, and you can also have those products cooked by the chef in the store and dining in the store. But later, when you just don't have the time to shopping in physically, you just staying at home. Like a coronavirus, everyone just only can stay at home to shop online, right? So these shopping means is really become it's very phenomenon for Chinese citizens now. Even like the grocery, the fresh, those food, fruits and the dairy, and even rice, are using this platform for their daily needs. So you can see those fresh apple model. We work with those production base for the procurement and allow the delivery 30 minutes to their door, and serve the 3 miles away. And also you can dine in the store. Yeah, so that is online offline combined together. And the core of the new retail actually is the service. So that's a future trend. Okay, so I think it's mentioned all the things I want to cover today.
Great.
About the opportunity, the challenge in China, but always we figure out, yeah, Alibaba always just monitoring the challenge and opportunity very closely, both with our own business and the merchants on this platform. And opportunity is always bigger. Yeah. So are you getting ready if the opportunities come? More information, welcome to visit our website, alibabamadeeasy.com.au. Thank you, everyone.